Hi, I'm doing a project. The project is basically involves clocks, and I basically just want to get the mechanism. So I've got one here. I don't really like the arms on this one, but that's fine, I'll replace them somehow. The second one was this one that just got dropped off, and this is why I'm wearing these goggles. Well, I know I've got glasses on, but you can never be too safe. It's basically encased in glass. This was it. I just smashed it. I was trying to smash it with a hammer like that, but then it wasn't. I was too scared, I think. So then I ended up just dropping the hammer like that. And I covered my face with that scarf in case any bits shot up and hit me in the face. I was being extra cautious because once I worked at a place and we had to take the bottles out into the recycling, and my manager told me he worked with someone once. They were emptying the bottles and a bottle smashed, flew up, cut him across his face like that, and he had this big scar. And he said he was a bonny looking lad too. That's what he said. So, and then he had this big scar from emptying bottles into the recycling. Anyway, next step is to get the clock out of the glass box. I always thought about that story when he told me that. You know, like, is it more of a shame that he was good looking that he hurt his face, or is it? Do you know what I mean? I don't think it is. I think any sort of facial scar is pretty bad because your face is you, really, isn't it? And also clocks have faces. So I've just destroyed this face of this clock. Something about smashing up a clock feels wrong or something. This is the clock thing. I don't know quite if it's going to be a clock or it won't be a clock, if you know what I mean. But this is the one without the second hand. I was going to do two like this, and then have a thread going in between like that, and then it would kind of make shapes. But then one of them has a second that goes smooth, and one of them, this one tick-tocks. But then it didn't have a second hand that came with it, so I thought, why don't I have the hour and the minutes there, and then the smooth seconds here, and then that can kind of make a thing. And then there's almost like, I don't know, like a deconstructed clock, like what they might do in a fancy restaurant. I was going to use thin plywood, but I don't have any of that, and I kind of want to do it now. I don't want to go out to the shop, so that's why I'm going to use just cardboard for now to see if it works. It works. But I need another battery from somewhere. I thought actually maybe. Yes! Got one here. So what I need is I'm going to get a bit of a thread going like this, and then looping down, and then I think connected to this too, and it should make a kind of shape. Have some thread somewhere, maybe string, this string. Twine, I think that's called technically. I want it to be thread. Thread's more elegant than string. And I don't often make elegant things. So I must, maybe it's worth it trying to find some thread for just this once. I found the thread. It was in the first place I looked. Except I just didn't look hard enough. It was there all along in this box. Oil paints and a plug adapter and some pencils and some pins. That everyone's got a box like that. So this is the thread. It's going to go on there. The thread, I don't really like the thread. It's not heavy enough. It's quite nice. It was quite hard to tie around. The shoelace is too heavy. I thought about using a shoelace. I wrote numbers on, but I did it in fives because this is seconds, of course. And I sort of fucked up here. I went to 45 instead of 40, so I had to squeeze it in. And then we've got a bit of a... You get the idea. I used crayon because that was the first thing I had. But now I'm thinking I might use chalk. And I've got some chalk somewhere. Not here. It's like over here or something. I think maybe in this box. Oil pastels. Chalks. Look at these. This is part of my chalk collection. I've got nice boxes of chalks. One's called Cosmic Chalk. I don't know where it's gone. It's a nice box. Maybe over there somewhere. I'm going to do 1, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, around there. Got to watch out for the second hand. I'm better at letters, really. Numbers are quite hard. I wonder if I should write the time at the top. If I did it would have to be in a different thing, like a different medium, because like I used chalk and crayon. So maybe like some sort of green pen or something. For use on whiteboards only, it says. Recap after use, store horizontally. Well, I was storing this vertically and I'm not using it on a whiteboard, I'm using it on a clock. I think I'm just gonna write the time is, or something. The time is, maybe that's too kind of like, too like obvious or something. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like that I did that. I think it was better before. One thing that's quite good if you make a mistake is just try and cover it up in a sort of crude way. And then it's almost like a joke. So I'm just gonna cover that up. Just like this. Here we go. There is a clock that I just made. Isn't that nice? Clock 1, prototype 1.